Tone Seekers, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, then it's really great to have you join us today. So this unit, the Fractal FM9, this is so insanely cool. I love playing this. I got this a couple months ago and man, I haven't been able to stop playing it. This sounds so close to my real tube amps. It is absolutely mind-bending how Fractal managed to do that. But did you know there are two very small and very simple tweaks that you can do to your Fractal to make it sound and feel even more like a real tube amp? So much so that you'll actually forget that you're actually playing, well, a computer. Alrighty, let's head over to my Mac and FM9 Edit and I'll show you exactly what to do. Alrighty, I'm here in FM9 Edit and I have my amp cab and a couple of effects set up. Let's check it out. So for my amp, I chose the Solo 100 lead head. The reason I did this is because my custom built SLO30 is right here next to me. I love the sound of that amp. I love the Soldano sound. So I figured, you know what, let me try and dial in that same sound. For the cab, I used the Dynacab. I love these. They're very cool sounding. I have this one saved as a preset in my library. I have a dynamic mic on one and a ribbon on the other. It is the 1960 TV, the Marshall cab essentially. And for my effects, I have a dual delay and I've got some hall reverb on there as well. So this is how it all sounds. Already has that Soldano growl to it. It sounds so damn good. But we can make it sound better. So the first tweak that I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to the input section. So over here in input, we have our gate. And the first thing I do when I use modeling units is I go to the gate and I do this with the threshold. Yeah, I turn it off. Now you can probably hear some hiss at the moment. We'll address that in a second because that will be fixed. But the reason you hear the hiss is because, hey, high gain amps hiss. It's just the way it is. My actual SLO30, when I'm recording in here, it does this. I have a little bit of noise. It's no big deal for me. I don't mind recording like that because I edit out the parts anyway which have hiss at the beginning and the end. So when I play now, it's going to sound a tiny bit brighter, a little bit more presence, a little bit more punch, a little bit more immediacy. Check this out. Just with that one little tweak, got a little bit more bite and a little bit more teeth in the amp. That's exactly what I was looking for because the other amp sounded great, but it sounded like somebody had basically kind of drawn it back a little bit, put a chain on it. I want it to be a complete animal. All right, let's check out how it sounds with the gate on and with the gate off. So I'll set it at -60, which is what it was set at originally. Let's check it out. Let's switch it off. Got that tiny little bit of zing back which I was looking for. Great, that one's done. Literally is that simple. Yeah, that's the first tweak. This is the first tweak that I do on most modelers which I play. All right, let's move on to the second tweak. So this is actually going to address some of this noise issue, which you'll see in a second. So I'm going to go over to the amp block and right at the bottom, we've got our dynamics. Now here we have our input dynamics. This is one of my absolute favorite controls of parameters which are built into the Fractal ecosystem. It is insanely cool and I'll show you why. At the moment, you see this meter here and it's in the middle and it's going to stay there. When I play, you'll see that it doesn't change. No matter what I do, it's going to stay there. All right, so what I'm going to do is go to my input dynamics and the sweet spot for me is at 5. Now the first thing you'll notice, it's gone quiet again. I'm going to play a little bit now. Watch this input meter on the input dynamics. It's going to jump around now, which is exactly what I want it to do. Fantastic! It's doing exactly what I want it to do, which is translate what I'm playing and how hard I'm hitting the strings into a signal which is going to affect the amp model which I'm playing. I don't want it all to be even. If I hit the strings hard, I want the amp to react to that. If I play softly, I want the amp to react to that. So if I play softly now, check out what happens. It softens up. If I play hard now, can you hear that extra zing in there as well? When I play softly, it's a little bit darker because the strings aren't pushing my pickup as hard, not pushing the amplifier, the amp model in this case, hard as well. And when I play harder, then all that treble is being pushed much, much more, and everything's reacting to it. I love this control. Simple tweak, but it makes the amp model sound and feel more like a real tube amp. This is what tubes do. All right, I'm going to play a little bit now, and what I'm going to do is start off with the input dynamics at 5, then I'll turn them to 0 so that you can see what the difference is. See if you can hear the difference in that high end. That's what you're listening out for. Now at 0. Now you can always turn up the input dynamics to maximum. I kind of tend to find that this is a little bit overdoing it, but you can do. Let's check out how that sounds. So there you go. It sounds really great when you start playing around with the input dynamics and also turning down that gate. Like I said, when you actually turn the input dynamics up a little bit, it actually affects the noise floor and that noise goes away. So your amp is actually quieter anyways. You don't have to worry about that whole thing about everything going shh all the time. So there you go. 2 little tips for you. Try them out. So there you go. It really is that simple. Turn down the noise gate, turn up the input dynamics, and bam! You have much more of a tube amp feel. I absolutely love how all these tiny little factors are tweakable within the Fractal ecosystem. It makes such a huge difference to the overall tone. Makes it feel like a real tube amp. That's exactly what I want out of this unit. So give it a try for yourself and let me know in the comments what you think of these little tweaks. You can download one of my presets for free. The link is in the description box below. And if you would like to check out my full signature Fractal FM9 pack, which actually works on the FM3, FM9 and the FXIII as well, which contains 9 different amplifiers, all loaded with 8 scenes each. Yeah, pretty insane, hey? Then you can check it out on my web store. There's a link in the description box below as well. Alrighty folks, if you enjoyed this one, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the bell, like and share this video with your tone seeking friends as well. Have an absolutely amazing day. I'm gonna go and play my FM9 some more because it just rocks. This is so insanely cool. Have a great one, be good to each other, and I'll see you really soon with another video. Bye for now.